Look around you, different things born out of truth and passion. Business software, it's our craft, our identity. Thoughtfully engineered, passionately designed to help you transform your business. Zoho, made in India, made for the world.
Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. I'm Shruti Sharma and with me is Kavita, and you are catching us live from SBI Live Studios. And Kavita, is the festive cheer that is all around.
Absolutely.
The viewers can also connect with us with respect to festive cheer, but the RBI monetary policy is through and seems like the festivity is around the markets as
Absolutely, that is what we can see, and there's an end to the 8th session losing streak, if I can say that, and finally we can see, although a very range-bound movement, like we can see, Nifty moving within 140-point range and Sensex almost 470 points range, but then still we can look at the market comfortably up right now. As far as Nifty is concerned, 24,713, the very important level above which we are trading right now. And look at Bank Nifty, almost above 55,000. That's the number at which we are right now. The broader markets, mid cap and small caps, aren't participating right now, but then yes, the major indices are doing pretty well. But having said that, sectorally, if we have to look at the market, also we have to really talk about the RBI policy, largely expected lines. That is what the announcement has come around. But then market is able to hold on to their gains, and frontline indices are obviously doing well. Auto, pharma stocks are comfortably up and trading in green. IT, metals, a bit of selling pressure out here, which also we witnessed in the opening session, and it looks like it's continuing even now. Metals almost 0.5% down, but then look at reality, almost 0.5% up. Along with that, PSU Bank today is in the red. We've seen a lot of sessions where the momentum was up and strong, but today there is profit booking, and you can see almost 0.5% down the PSU Bank index. But then look at defense, it's almost up more than 1%. So the market is comfortably up, trading above the support levels, but yes, 24,750 Srishti is one resistance level where we see the market again tracking down. So very important for it to break. But then let's welcome our guest for the show today, and let's also understand from them how are they looking at the market movement today. G. Chokalingam, founder and head of research, economics research, has joined us, and we also have Himen Kapadia, technical associate from Dia Choksi Finserv. Hi, good morning, and welcome to the show, and greetings, festivity greetings to both of you. And we are also joined by a live caller, but then before we do that, Himen, we just want to understand the market movement right now. How are you able to decode an important resistance above which we see the market not going, and it tracks down completely from there?
Very good morning to you, Kavita. Very good morning to you, Srishti. Thank you for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure. If you look at the Nifty, from a slightly intraday point of view, it spent almost 16 hours taking support at the 24,600 level. So it either had to break down or go up. Now, helped by the bounce in the Bank Nifty, we have seen the Nifty start a recovery. We were oversold. We had virtually fallen off a cliff for down multiple trading sessions. A bounce was for the asking, and now that's what is happening. Also, the VIX has come down. VIX was the volatility index was above 11, is now quoting below 11 at 10.71. Bank Nifty posted a higher bottom on the intraday charts. Everything seems to be looking set for a recovery. As of now, it's more of a recovery than a rally. Levels are concerned, 24,800 should provide some resistance. If that gets overcome, I believe some more upside is there. But as of now, the crucial level I would say is 25,212. Far away, but till that doesn't get taken out, these movements don't matter much, honestly. And yes, in the near term, if 24,600 holds, that's good. That breaks, I believe there could be further pain. Correspondingly, the Bank Nifty levels of 55,000, we are above that. The make or break level was 54,200. So clear positive bias and looking better than the Nifty, the Bank Nifty. Kavita.
All right. So that's the take coming in on both the benchmark indices. Let's watch out for the key levels that Hemant just highlighted. But let's get started with all our stock-related queries. You can connect with us live on the number that will continue to flash on the top of your screen. You can write to us and you can even connect with us on the call. So let's get started, and we also have our first caller with us. We have Chintan from Ajmer on the phone line. Hi Chintan, very good morning. Go on. We have Mr. Chokalingam and Hemant to answer your query.
Yeah, I want to ask about Power Grid Corporation because I bought it in the IPO and it is stranded in 260 level. So I want to ask, should I hold it or exit from it?
All right, Chintan, can you help us with your buy price? Like, I think you said
I bought it in the IPO.
during the IPO, that means back in 2007.
7 years.
Okay. So you are sitting at good profits, but yes, of course, of late the stock has been off its highest point, especially in the last 1 year. The stock is also down almost 20%. Mr. Chokalingam, firstly, good morning and festive greetings to you and Hemant as well. Your take on Power Grid, it's seen to be consolidating a bit and also having its share of declines. What's your outlook?
Yeah, good morning. One can continue to hold Power Grid. In fact, if it falls, one can even accumulate. Because post-correction, it is trading at around 17 PE, which is a fairly reasonable valuation for medium to long-term investment. The only concern was last 3 financial years, the net profit was almost stagnating. But I'm sure with even the state governments going for a lot of capex and country also giving a lot of thrust to infrastructure, particularly for power sector, this should come back to growth story. So it looks good for medium to long term.
All right, let's move on and let's take other question from one of our viewers. Okay, so Siva from Chennai is asking about Five-Star Business Finance. He bought this at 645 levels, and although I don't have the time horizon, but then the quantities of 400 shares. Hemant, what's the kind of recommendation, maybe a short-term outlook with a stop loss?
Short-term outlook would be more of a hold, Kavita. Stop loss would be 5 and 0. Stock is oversold. There's been a volume spike. Levels have been protected. A bounce is underway. So a small recovery, like I said, yes, stop loss of 500, sorry, and expect a target of around 570, probably in the next 10 days or so.
We are answering your stock-related queries, and the WhatsApp number where you are supposed to send across your questions, that's flashing on the screen as well. We have our experts, Mr. Chokalingam and Hemant, who are answering your queries live. And let's go across our live viewer as well. Satya is on the phone line. Hi, Satya. Good morning. You're calling from?
I'm Ghosh here, Ghosh.
Hi, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Ghosh. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I've been watching your program for so many years,
Thank you so much, sir.
I want to say something about your channel before I talk to give my question. Your channel is a fantastic channel.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I've been watching it for so many years. And let me tell you one thing very clearly, your channel is not completed without Mr. Kunal Bothra. He is such a genius person, and most of the analysts you bring here, even today, Chokalingam and Hemant, they may not know me, but I've been seeing them for years, in other channels also. They are really very, very good. 80% of your analysts are very, very good. I tell all the viewers that you must listen to ET now carefully, because I'm a senior citizen,
Right,
76 years in the line. I was a merchant navy chief engineer.
Okay.
My name is Subhrata Ghosh.
Okay,
and
sir.
So I will request everybody to see your channel, and whatever advice these people give, most of them are very good. Even that Goran Shah is a fantastic analyst. I've seen him for so many years. Please take their advice, and you'll make a lot of money. See, for me, it's not a problem whether you
Right.
lose or gain.
Right.
But you young boys, you must game so that you can make your future.
Thank you so much for your
All
kind
those
words, and
boys
thank
are
you so
just,
much for.
you people are so nice,
Thank you so
So
much.
nice,
Thank you
And
so
my
much.
question is my
Okay.
question is,
Okay.
I've been investing a lot of money and like keep on buying and selling, Everybody will tell me you're a fool because I keep 80 slips in my account.
Okay.
I buy every day and sell every day,
Okay.
So it's a pastime for me. My question today to both of them, both my knowledgeable this thing is
Okay.
that I've been holding, Bharat Forge and solar industry both belong to Baba Kalyani. I know very well the MD of Bharat Forge, a fantastic guy,
Right,
They're
sir.
into defense, 455. So I've been holding them for a long time. I want to invest more money in both these companies, solar industry
Sure.
and Bharat Forge. I'm already holding.
Okay.
And I'm in profit.
All
I'm in
right.
profit.
All right.
Should
All
I
right.
spend more money? And thank you for taking my call.
Thank you so much, sir. And
My day is made because today is Durga Puja. I'm a Bengali also.
yes.
I'm very happy.
Thank you so much for
You can
sending us,
tell me.
for talking to us. But then, yes, let's also ask Mr. Chokalingam as to can you invest more in these two counters? And as you also mentioned, a long-term investor. Sir, what would you recommend?
Yeah, I thank him for his kind words. Both are great companies. There is no doubt about it. The valuations are extremely high. And considering the current market conditions and the tariff war, at best I would give a hold call rather than buying at the current levels.
All right, Hemant, would you also like to guide him because he's following both of you?
Yeah, firstly, heartfelt thanks for such kind words. I believe Bharat Forge is something not fair to compare stocks, but I think Bharat Forge is something which I have a feeling looks better than solar. Uh, I believe we are at what 12:15. Anything around 11:50, I think would be a decent time to add Bharat Forge. The bigger picture is corrective but bullish. So I think around slightly lower levels one can add Bharat Forge.
All right, so that's the take coming in from both of our experts. And Mr. Ghosh Dada, Durga Puja greetings to you and your family as well. But let's move on.
Thank you very much. They have given us the right view, Fantastic. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. But with this, let's move on. So many queries lined up. The next query that we have is coming in from Satya. And Mr. Chokalingam, he's actually holding Moripin Labs for the past few months and currently at a loss of around 16%. Any take here? What should he do now?
Yeah, so it's a good company, no doubt. I think our current price is, very attractive price in terms of valuation. One can consider buying Morpan Lab for medium to long term.
All right, back to the queries then. The next query that we have is coming in from Neeta Gupta, writing to us all the way from Delhi. And Himain, let me take this from Mr. Chokalingam because Himain, this one is on one of the recently listed counters, that is NSDL. And Mr. Chokalingam, she's holding 50 shares at a price of 1,250 rupees. What's your advice there? Because it was not just the blockbuster listing, but along with that, we have seen a good surge post the listing as well.
Yeah. See, absolutely, it's a great stock to hold for long term. There is no doubt at all because the depository business is oligopolistic in nature. There are only two players. So absolute call is hold for long term. There is no doubt. But if you see in relative term, nowhere it is close to CDSL in terms of valuation multiples. So CDSL has a leadership in the business and trades at a much cheaper valuation than NSDL. So in relative terms, I believe medium to long term, obviously based on these fundamental reasons, CDSL should outperform NSDL by big margin. However, as I mentioned, absolute term, it's a hold for long term NSDL because the investor population is increasing. The new people coming to the market every week, 5 to 6 lakh new demat accounts are opened. So
yeah. All right, so that's the take coming in on NSDL, but it's time to connect with one of the auto majors then, and M&M Tractors has come out with its numbers. Let's understand more on that. We are being joined by Mr. Vijay Nakra, President, Farm Equipment Business of Mahindra & Mahindra. Hi Vijay, so good speaking with you. Firstly, festive greetings to you and M&M team. Great set of numbers this time around, and yes, the rural sentiment on ground has been holding up quite very well. But how are the numbers, Vijay, versus your expectations? And given the fact that it has been such a blockbuster set, will you revise your full year guidance as well?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me on the show. Lots of questions bundled into one. So I think the expectation of the kind of performance that we've been able to deliver stands on a very strong foundation, firstly, of the Honorable Prime Minister's decision on reducing GST for the farm sector, and I think that, along with the difference in the festive period between last year and this year, because this year we've had the benefit of 9 days of Navratra spilling into September compared to the entire festive season last year being in the month of October. So both of this put together has augured extremely well for the strong performance in the month of September. So we were expecting a strong performance, but we are delighted that we've been able to post a 50% growth in the month of September over last year. But like I said, the overall performance of the festive season should be seen at the end of the month of October. So that's on your question in terms of where and how we are in our performance and what's augured well. I wouldn't want to give a guidance in terms of what we see as the rest of the year, but clearly it's a strong start to the festive season, and I think the fundamental shift we will see that the monsoon playing out extremely well with 8% above long period average, reservoir levels at 90%, land under sowing 2% higher than last year, MSPs at record high levels. I think all of this, along with the input cost for the farmer coming down because of reduction in GST, will augur very well for a strong second half of the year. And we are very bullish on the outlook for both the industry as well as for our performance.
Vijay, but then any observation in terms of buying trends or regional shifts that you want to talk about that can also drive the trend for the second half of this current year?
Yeah, I just want to be cautious on that word growth. So let me break the answer in two parts. Growth is always looked at with the previous period last year, and like I'm calling out, last year October had the benefit of both Navratri and Diwali, except for the last 2 days of Diwali, which spilled over into November. But largely the festive period was in October. This year it is now split between September and October. So the kind of growth that we've seen in September, I think we just need to be mindful that in October, the benefit is only of part of the festive season, which is the Diwali festive period. So we obviously will not be seeing this kind of growth in the month of October. So that's on the growth part. But on the sentiment part, clearly we are seeing, whether we look at inquiries as we sort of prepare for the Diwali period of the festive period, or whether we look at our readiness for deliveries tomorrow, which we all know is a big day in terms of Dasera or Vijayadashami. So we know that October will be a strong month, and hence at the end of the festive period, when you will look at September plus October put together for this year versus September plus October put together of last year, we definitely believe that the industry will continue to see strong growth, supported by all the factors of monsoon that we spoke about and the MSP price, but also because of the impetus coming in through the reduction in GST.
All right, good to know that, Vijay. But Vijay, what's the outlook for October month as well? If you can give us some sense in terms of the growth numbers, what are you expecting? In which regions do you believe that M&M can outperform?
I think a couple of things on that. One is because so largely with the spread of sort of monsoon being across the country, except for the northeast and certain parts of east, I think has sort of played out well in terms of an even spread of performance across different markets. But even besides the sort of this month, if you look at the trend in the past few months, there are certain states that have been standing out and doing well. Especially markets like Chhattisgarh has been strong, Telangana has been strong, Andhra has been strong, Maharashtra has been extremely strong, Gujarat with certain supports of subsidies playing out has been extremely strong. So these are some of our strong pockets, and they have played out well for us during the month and in the past couple of months.
All right, thank you so much, Vijay, for taking the time out and speaking with us, and all the very best for the upcoming festive sales. So good interacting with you. To Chokalingam as well as Hemen with us, really collaborating with us and waiting by patiently. Thank you so much for that. But we still have so many queries that are coming in. And this next query is coming in from Anita from Pune. And Hemen, if I can take this one with you. She wants an advice on BHEL. Do you believe it's worth a buy at these levels? Because of late, in terms of the news flow as well, there has been some more order wins for this particular company. But how is the setup looking like for this?
The setup is positive, but we are in an intermediate correction. The basic idea is only if she has a longer term view does she add more now. Once again, longer term, I would mean at least 1.5 years, ideally 2 years. We've had a phenomenal run up, and we walk in a correction of a greater degree. So buy now and at 200 only if you have an outlook of 1.5 years or more. We remain in a correction in a bull market.
All right, let's move on and let's take Rohit Srivastava's question from Prayagraj. And Mr. Chokalingam, he's bought Aditya Vision, he says at 510, and the quantity is of almost 3,000.
I'm sorry, I haven't studied this stock in detail, so I'm not able to give any view.
All right. Hemen?
I'll pass the stock. I don't track this.
All right. Any sector specific call that you might want to give?
Frankly speaking, Aditya Vision has limited data. That's the only reason I can't comment much on it. But yeah, it's in an intermediate uptrend. There is in that 580 support, 530 looks a bit overbought on the shorter term. A correction might be in the offing, but the setup with the limited data that I have is distinctly positive.
All right, so that's the take coming in on this particular counter. Limited data, but he may still manage to give his view. But with this, it's time to wrap this edition of Buy Now Sell Now. Thank you so much, Hemen and Mr. Chokalingam, for taking the time out and speaking with us. And once again, festive